Hello and welcome to today's video. So I finally got round to pulling all my carded figures, at least all the ones that I could find together, ready for a darn good sort out. So I think the time has well and truly come where I can't really be keeping my figures in just these cardboard boxes and not protected anymore. So what I think we'll do, I'm going to sort out my Star Wars Empire, Jedi, Tri-Logos and what have you figures and decide which are the cream of the crop, or maybe you can decide which are the cream of the crop, the most sort of expensive, sought after, the best condition ones. And they will be the figures that I will put in beautiful brand new GW acrylic cases to get them looking as good as possible and protected as possible. So that is going to be the subject of today's video. So initially we're just going to get these sorted and then well, we'll take it from there. So sit back, relax, and let's get to it. Okay then, so this is the first box we got, which is more actually like a tub more than anything. So what I think we'll do, I'm going to try and do these the best I can. I'm just going to unpack this box and we'll get the initial sort of sorting done. And then we're going to have to see how best to lay these out. Predominantly these look like Kenner ones, but I think they're going to take a little bit more going through than just a basic sort out. But if we just empty this box first of all, and then we'll see what we've got to play with. Right. So looking through these then, we've got, so get these initially sorted. They look pretty good. So we've got a few Tri-Logos in here. So I guess if we pull those out first, 3, 4, 5 Tri-Logos, 6. There we are. So we got six Tri-Logos. So let's start a line for those up there. That's the Tri-Logos. Then these, I believe, are all just ordinary Return of the Jedi cards. Obviously some are Kenner, some are Palatoy, but they are a bit of a mixture. So they're all Jedi. Well, that wasn't too bad a box, was it, to get sorted out? Some of these I can see are definitely in better condition than others, so well, it is what it is. We'll definitely need to look into these in a bit more detail. Let me go and get another box. Okay, so this is the next smallest box. So what have we got in here? So we got the nice Star Wars Luke. There's a modern one there, so we're not going to want to be doing much with that. Some Tri-Logo Empire. Just keep these all emptied. Some of these are in like star cases, so I might as well pull those out now, I think. Bobber as well. Let's pop that box to one side. So that's another. See what we got here. A bit of a mixture again. Jedi's, Empire. Right. Now I'm thinking I ought to take out the ones that are in the plastic cases. I'm just wondering whether I should do that before I decide what's what. So I think for the time being, I'm going to leave the star cased ones in the star cases just for now. So that would mean that we got the one more R2 to go over there. And these are all Jedi, I think. Yep, so Jedi. They're all Return of the Jedi cards. So that's Jedi as well. And then we've got, that's a normal Jedi. So then we've got a Star Wars and an Empire. And obviously this modern one here, we're not going to bother with that one. Okay, so another big box of goodies here, another odd modern one, but then we've got quite a nice selection of more Jedi figures, Kenners and Palatoys by the look of it. Got a Power of the Force one there as well, Romba. Then these ones are all in star cases again, so I want to get these out, don't we, really, I suppose. Let's make a bit of room. Cool. So we've got more Return of the Jedi here, so they can stay in that pile there. That's Jedi. So it looks like I've got quite a few Jedi. That's a tri-logo, and another Jedi. Power of the Force can go up there. These are Jedi figures again. So most of them are Jedi, of course. A couple more tri-logos, so that Empire can go up there, and those tri-logos can go there. So we are making some progress. There's quite a few here already. Let's just have a look there, an aerial view of how the table is filling up already. And there's going to be lots here to go through in a bit more detail, isn't there? So I think what I'm going to need to do, because we've still only unboxed 3 out of the 7 boxes, so I'm going to pause there, bring the whole lot back a bit further so we've got much more room to play with, and then I shall resume. Okay, here's the state of play as it is now. So I've got the Jedi ones all in the front here. I've got the tri-logo ones over at the back there. I have taken quite a few out of the star cases. They're just taking up too much room, and for the time being I have got my my Luke X-Wing, and the signed figures are still in the star cases. So that's where we're at the moment, but I have made a bit more room so we can get some more figures out. So let me go and empty another box. Okay, so this is another box, and everything in here is actually already in a star case. So we'll just empty these out, and then I'll have another look at it. Ewoks, the Luke here. I think that is quite a scarce tri-logo, so that's probably worth keeping in a case. The Warrock R2 Dignitary and A-Wing pilot. So that's all that was in that box, because they were in star cases. They took up loads of room, so I'm going to get some of those out anyway. Right, so I've got the ones out that I'm going to get out. So we've got a nice Dignitary there. This Ewoks figure is signed by Warwick Davis, so I'm going to keep that one for the time being still in a star case. And also this Luke is also quite a valuable one from what I understand. So I'm going to keep that one also in a star case to stop it getting any dings. Got the A-Wing pilot there. R2 lightsaber. Power of the Force one, so that can go at the back, and then one more Jedi Luke figure. So let's get the Luke into there, and I'll get these other ones into their spaces. So this box seems to be a bit of an old mishmash of bits, so we'll get this one unpacked and then we'll sort through it in a bit more detail, but there's loads in this one. Well, that is what you call a mass of cartage. So let's see. So we've got some lovely tri-logos. Let's pop them there. These are some tri-logos again. So 6 tri-logos. It's a Jedi. And we'll try. You can see why I needed to get this done, can't you? These were getting ridiculous, and these figures really do need to be in something a bit more permanent, condition wise and collection wise. So they were long overdue. A darn good sort out, I have to say. Oh, loads of Tri-Logos in this box. I didn't realise there was so many. Right, there we are. So that's not too bad. Okay, so a load more. They are all Tri-Logos. These are Jedi figures. So we'll slip these on here, and then I think we're going to need to make a third row for the Jedi figures. So just slip them up there, like so. And these are, that's a whole nother row of carded Tri-Logo, isn't it? So I better get them filed away as well, because this table's getting very full. So this is the next to last box. So these are all in star cases again. So we'll get them out, and then I'll carefully unpack them, and we'll get to see exactly what we've got to play with. So there's a couple more modern figures as well. So that's one of the boxes unpacked. So out of that last box, they were either all signed figures, which I've kept in the star cases, or they were more Tri-Logos, which I've rapidly run out of space for. So I've only got one more box to go through. So I'm going to dig that out, and then I should be able to arrange the table so that we can get most of them out in, so we can at least have a look and see what we've got to play with. Okay, so going through these, once again, these are all in star cases, so I'm going to get some of them out. Some of them I'm going to leave. So this was an Empire TIE Fighter, a Man-O-Man, Empire Cloud Car Pilot, Sultry Princess Leia, Yak, Walrus Man, and Luke. Okay, so I'm going to unpack those next. Okay, so I've got pretty much everything unpacked now. As you can see at the bottom here, I've got these few Empire figures. And then we sort of roll into the couple of rows of Return of the Jedi, Kenner and Palatoy ones. Then we've got, move the camera up a bit. Then we've got a couple of rows of Tri-Logos. I've kept a few in star cases simply because they're very delicate bubbles. Like a Man-O-Man's got a delicate bubble with a yak face, and the Luke Bespin I don't want to get damaged. Then I've got another old Palatoy Luke X-Wing, a couple of Power of the Force, and then that big stack in the star cases at the back are all signed figures. Here's a bit of a closer look. I've got everything as unpacked as I possibly can, to be honest. So these ones that are still in the star cases at the back here are ones that are signed by the actors who played those parts. So really those are going to be quite high contenders to get cased up. It's the Luke there. So these ones here then, so these sort of three lines that you're looking at now are all Tri-Logos. So I had no idea I had quite as many Tri-Logos as I have, but quite a nice run of those. Got a couple of Power of Force there. Then coming back down here, we've got these Jedi figures. So these 2.5 rows are all Return of the Jedi figures. And then got the Empire ones there. If I just go up this side so we can have a better look at the figures over this angle. There's the Tri-Logo ones again. Certainly some cool figures in there. I do love how the Tri-Logo figures haven't yellowed. It's brilliant. But ultimately, what I want to do then is over the course of say 2 or 3 videos, I'm going to go through these in detail. We'll have a close look at every single figure, and we will work out which ones warrant going into a GW acrylic case. So I've done a couple of those already. So remember a little while back I did the Meccano Jawa, and that came up absolutely fantastic, didn't it? So that's the Jawa. And then I also, I'll find a bit of room for it, I also did this Palatoy R2, and once again it's come up absolutely fantastic. So I definitely like to get at least my best figures done like that. Now I do have a GW acrylic order on the way, but I've only ordered a couple of cases for the actual card figures, because I've ordered a case for my original 12 display, and also for my Rebo band and a land speeder. So a couple of like more larger cases. But I think then the time has definitely come where I need to be buying sort of 10 at a time, I reckon, and doing the very best of the figures up from each one. So that is what we're going to be looking at over future videos. I have unpacked everything that I can get my hands on now. I certainly, you'll notice that there are a few gaps in my collection, and some figures that I had doubles of I have got shot of now, like I had 2 Death Squad commanders, but other figures, because I did have the whole, I had one of every one carded. A couple of other figures I have traded on, and these are ones that at the time I was, you know, after buying something else, so there were collectors willing to buy them, and obviously I sold a couple on, but I'm still only missing about a handful of figures. There's a Biker Scout, a Yoda, Snaggletooth, nothing, and a Lando, nothing too serious. I had a couple of Japanese Takara figures, which they were on 12 backs, kind of 12 backs, but I was never really a fan, so I've got rid of those as well. So that was the original C3PO and a Stormtrooper. So those are the ones that are sort of on my wants list to replace as and when, you know, as and when the time comes. But for the time being, I think I'm just going to invest in getting these looking absolutely as good as I possibly can. Some of them are quite dusty and need a bit of a clean. Other ones I need to note, because there's a couple here that are a bit too sort of low grade for the collection, and I'd like to eventually upgrade them. But as you can see, there's certainly loads to go through, and it's going to make a few interesting videos in the future. So if you have enjoyed this video, do please give it a thumbs up. Do please consider subscribing for regular vintage Star Wars content, and I shall look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye.